Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today's expression 广场舞 basically means public square dance, dance in the public. That's a very Chinese thing because in America, people dance in dance studios. Public dancing, yes, there may be, but it could be individual efforts. But here, 广场舞 means a cloud of middle-aged women, sometimes white-haired women, I mean, women of older ages mostly, that are kind of work out in the form of a dance and dance together. It's quite a phenomenon. I guess it's kind of a healthcare solution, kind of a free, easily accessible, mutually supportive kind of healthcare to each other. So people who know a little bit of dance bring together the women, older age women who are more health sensitive and aware to come together to dance. And because any single person's house or dance studio is too expensive, right? So where is the venue to dance? Which is parks, sometimes public squares, I mean, kind of occupied squares, because majority of the public would still use the public square. But because these group of women from, I don't know, 40s to 70s or even 80s are dancing and play loud music because everybody have to be cued on the same music, right? So if it's a larger group of dancers, it has to be loud enough music. And this becomes like a public phenomenon. And actually, oftentimes people reported that such public dance spread out throughout the world. So people from China who adopted the dance form, when they emigrate to other locations in the world, they carry on with this, healthcare dance form. So wide field dance is the literal translation 1 by 1. White, 广 is made of this half corner. So we all know Chinese characters are boxy, right? So a full frame, 4 corners will look like this, but half of it. And then with a chimney on the top, that means it's habitable human place. But instead of the usual private space character, which is a full dome, the ground is covered. I mean, that's a default, right? You building on the ground, so nobody is going to access you through the ground. I mean, unless you're a bank, right? Majority people's private property have this full dome with a chimney on top. That means your private space. That when we take it half, kind of one side of the wall is open to the outside world, and that become, I guess, imagine patio, or kind of, I guess in California, people have this living space architecture design that have this internal external environment interaction thing by control, especially Japan, right? By control the sliding doors, how much you let the nature out into your household. And so this half wall is open to the outside world. This side is secured. That structure is expressed from here. And this is kind of a wide space living. It's still relatable. And that's part of the architecture still today. That's a Chinese concept of white. So you're not fully caged in, you're sheltered. You have your sun, wind, rain blocking thing structured by this half frame, but you're open on one side. You still have access to nature. You're still part of the nature. You don't encapsulate yourself into our enclosed space. You're half open. So that is our sense of white. 场, we have the soil symbol, which is two horizontal lines with one vertical line. So the first horizontal line is the ground level. The one vertical line is the plant. We didn't specify what kind of plant that is, just one vertical line passing through the ground level. And then the second horizontal line is the indicator, is comparable to today's arrow pointing toward the root of the plant, which means it's the environment surrounding the root, which is the soil. Then the right side is the sun symbol, the sphere with horizontal line. This horizontal line means energy. So energetic ball is our sun symbol. Very logical, right? Okay, and then it's the, you can say it's the wind span. It looks like a wind, right? And this horizontal line, okay, the horizontal line means the earth, the ground. So the sun above the ground. That's our morning symbol, but we can view it not just necessarily in the morning, throughout the day. It's the sun above the ground moment. And then this wind symbol, this wind looking like a spread out wind, that's the sun spreading out as sunlight, covering the whole visible planet Earth. So from horizon to horizon, the sun beaming down this space. So that gives you the sense of this, as far reaching as the sunlight. And soil means a place, a ground, and then the sun rays spreading out. So as far as the sunlight goes. So that's the sense of field. That's how far reaching that land is. So this far reaching plus soil made the concept of field in Chinese. So 广场 simply is Chinese way of public square. Wu, dance. We have this dancer right there, right? It looks like some ballerina suck it up like a tight and reaching out the hand, and in each hand holding 20, I guess, a bush of crops over there. So crop symbol is expressed by the canopy, the root, which is the visible part, and the invisible part connected by a trunk. That's a tree, right? Or stalk. And then we have 20 of them. So 20 of them is expressed by 10. So this is roping, tied a knot. That's our number 10. 2 of them next to each other, connected at the bottom. That makes it 20. Very logical so far, right? 20 plants connected together. So holding in each hand. And then the bottom is left and right footwear. So this is ancient footwear looking. 2 decks, one touch the ground, one touch your sole. And then this is the connecting thing that's binding the top deck and bottom deck. That's the ancient footwear. And we can see this is a mirror image. That means it's left and right foot. So it's somebody standing on their left and right foot in a special footwear and then holding 20 plants dancing. That made of the dancing thing, because I would imagine the origin of dance, why people dance, not only because they are full of joy, but because they also try to draw attention to themselves. From whom? At the beginning, probably it's not from your, the people you try to attract to. At the beginning, it's more survival mode, right? We try to attract the attention from the divinity. We dance with this cross holding in hand, try to celebrate harvest, try to celebrate the good living or the bountifulness that our earth provides, right? So that's the origin of dance, like why we dance, right? So 广场 simply is our public dance, and it became definitely a phenomenon. And I appreciate that the Chinese women, no matter their age, they came to embrace this dance form. It's dance with so many people that you no longer become so self-aware, right? You're not singled out. You dance with a group of dancers, and no matter what stage you're at, you're a beginning dancer or more advanced, you can just join and dance it out and sweat it out. And that's a way to stay healthy. For that, I gave them, that's a pretty good, well-adapted behavior for contemporary living, that we were so caged in and we don't move our body enough. But these older women, they see the opportunity, seize it up and dance like nobody is watching, right? And the downside of it, they became so loud and noisy and take out a big space in public. And there were criticism about such, like in your face kind of dancing. And but there we go, 广场舞. Thank you for your time. See you next.